Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of a Success Insight podcast. Our guest today is Andrée Martin. And as you well know, when Andrée is a guest on the Success Insight podcast, it must be Mindset Monday. Andrée is your leadership, mindset, and golf performance coach. She is an LPGA Class A Life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, and a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace. Andrée works with individuals, groups, corporate or organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andrée, welcome back to the Success Insight podcast and another episode of Mindset Monday.
Always good to be back, Howard. Mindset Monday sets us off for each week.
Fantastic. Yes, it does. It's always something to look forward to. And I love the cadence and the consistency. My personality loves consistency and a cadence. You know, if you don't do it, you kind of feel a little off. But here we are. And how do we build on our previous episode? Those 7 Ps was wonderful. So what's in store for us today?
So what you shared actually fits in quite nicely to the 8 keys you need to structure success mindset. Because the 8 keys are planning for success, purpose and mindset, performance process, pre-round preparation, pre-shot routine, present, play your best under pressure, and post-round evaluation. So when you think about all that, it has a routine to all of it. And that sets the stage for purpose and success and a great mindset. So our first one is planning for success. And in planning for success, you want to create a clear plan to achieve your goals. You want to keep checking back on your SMART goals. You want to practice your tracking and charting of all your stats. You plan that out with your coach. You plan that out with your team in a business scenario. And tracking and charting really sets you up for that success and clarity in the mindset. Going the distance matters in golf and in business. You want to go the distance. You know, this weekend, it was amazing. It came out from actually back from Bay Hill when DeChambeau had that bomber of a drive over 350 yards. And the stats came out stating, that was a carry, by the way, at 30 yards longer can make the difference in 2 strokes around on tour.
Wow.
That's huge. It's 1.8 to be exact. So going the distance matters, and going the distance and preparing your body, your mind, and your swing for success. So in business, it is also, it's what you put in your body. It's how you prepare and how you execute your plans. So gains, even small and marginal, know that this is progress, folks. And set up evaluation and check-ins on your actual scorecard and your mental scorecard so that you stay on track within this success structure. And then with that, you can go ahead and on the second one, and that's purpose and mindset. So purposeful practice, we've spoken about before, right, Howard?
Right.
You want to include your competitive pressure drills, and that's just like a business test drive. In purposeful practice, you want to have a clear, focused mind, keep your eye on the target, maintain the calmness, relax, dial in on the target. And that's really gaining that focused mindset purpose. And then that creates high confidence, which creates belief that you are capable of winning. But at the same time, having this purpose, high confidence is believing that you're capable of winning without expecting it to happen. Let me say that again. High confidence is believing that you're capable of winning without expecting it to happen.
I love that. That is powerful.
I really wish I had that back early in my career, because I always thought High confidence means capable of winning and planning on winning. But there is a difference there. So performance process. How are you motivated? Are you a sameness or a different sorter? That works in business in any sport. Set your practice and your plan to that motivation. Know yourself and your team. We have a disc for golf and for business. Build your success strategy. That includes where do you want to miss the ball as well as where you want to hit the ball. And then with that performance process in place, you now are set and ready for a pre-round preparation. And the pre-round preparation includes your food, your nutrition, your energy, breathing and meditating, or a pre-round workout with meditation, depending on how your body likes to prepare and fuel itself for the preparation of that awesome round you're going to have and tournament that you're going to have. Organize your tools, lay everything out. Organize your caddy and your team. Assign tasking and responsibility. Preparedness, meeting, opportunity. You want to visualize the success or better, then trust and let it go. So trust and let it go brings us then into the pre-shot routine. We're now ready for the golf course. Now we have our think box, go box. Howard, we've talked about that a few times, and it's so critical for success. You want to, from behind the ball, this is where you do your brain dump. You do your thinking, your planning, you're visualizing the shot. You've got your eye on the target. Instead of thinking about those pink elephants in the hazard, you don't want to go there. You want to stay focused on your target and where you're going. So to do that, you're visualizing the shot in absolute detail with the conditions, weather, what ifs, the trajectory you want that ball flight to go, the elevation you've got to hit to. Is it a narrow or wide entry? What's the landing area you're going to hit to? And the shape of the shot to nail that target. From there, you step into that go box. You trust that the mechanics have your swing where you need to have it. Clear your mind. And then we hit number 6, which is present, focus, and strike. I often say to all of my students, it's from the time you take that club out of the bag to the point you hit it, it should take 12 seconds. Keep in mind, it takes 3 seconds to hit a golf ball. How about that, Howard?
I didn't know that.
Learn something new every day. This is the fun part about Mindset Mondays and more. Mm-hmm. So number 7 is play your best under pressure. Again, we're talking about structuring that success mindset, right? So poise has prepared you. This is going to lower the stress, and you want to keep breathing and lowering it as needed. And you're trusting your intuition, your gut. And how do you get back into that is by breathing and reevaluating and going again. So this is under pressure. You've hit a shot. Keep playing your best under pressure. Redial back. Poise, trust, breathe, do it again. And then at the end of that round, that awesome round, or not, you've got your post-round evaluation. You check and you know where you stand, which is positive or negative, so you can keep setting yourself up for success on the next round. You do a judgment assessment, flip the negatives to positives, reassess, check key performance indicators against your statistics. Very, very key in business too. Check key performance indicators against your statistics. Steve Jobs cut, I think I heard 364 products to focus on taking 4 products, and he went out of the red to over $600 billion today.
Oh, yeah.
Critical year, critical thinking, learning how to really assess, focus, and execute. So how's your mindset? How well are you sustaining it? Accept it, celebrate when you can, reset when you need to, enjoy it, and do it again, Howard. Go for that gold and don't ever settle for silver. And you have a success mindset.
So I have a question. There was a movie that was out, 10, 15 years ago with Shia LaBeouf, I think his name was. Mm-hmm. And It was this championship that was played out on the East Coast. And they'd show him up at the tee, and then he was visualizing where he was going to hit. And with the camera, they were literally zooming in where he wanted to put that ball. And as you were going through this structure of a success mindset, when did I don't know, maybe it's the new trajectory of golf where there's so much involved with mindset, the preparation, the routine, the present focus, learning to play under pressure. When did that really start to take shape? Because I'm wondering, because we were kind of joking earlier about, some of the golfers like a Lee Trevino has always had a sense of humor.
Absolutely.
And everybody today seems very serious.
They're much more serious, and there's a lot of humor that needs to be brought back into the game because, humor makes things light, allows you to be more playful. It releases tension. And, when you said it actually took me to the Legend of Bagger Vance, right? And that moment where the caddy is dialing player in and really getting that preparation, but getting him in the zone and where everything stood still and nothing else existed. And it made me think of the day I got to see Annika Sorenstam shoot that 59. Oh my gosh, was she dialed in? She was so dialed in. And to answer your question about when did all this mindset stuff really come about, it really came about, back in the early 90s. It was about the time Chuck Hogan came out with all of his products, and Lynn Marriott and Pia with Vision 54. So it all materialized through the 90s into the 2000s, where especially as Annika and Tiger at their peak, because everybody was so impressed with the fact they were combining athleticism and working out and nutrition with the sport. And golf really became a performance sport versus just an entertainment sport that you just go out and play and gamble for money. I mean, things have really evolved over time, although all along it has been all about that. It's all a matter of awareness, right? So much research, and Tyler's Performance Institute coming up with all this research around what creates best performance practices. And I think as golf got accepted into the Olympics, it became all about performance, just like all these other sports with athletes. So there's been a lot of series of time and activities that has just progressed the evolution of golf as an actualized sport for performance. That includes, and everybody's always known that golf is 90% mental. Everybody has jokingly stated it, but now everybody knows it.
Right. And I'm curious. I mean, it would be nice to have a lens into 50 or 100 years from now. Who knows? Maybe they'll be playing golf on Mars or on the moon. Who knows? But it would be nice to see how the evolution, and I've no doubt the expertise and the ability of the athlete 50, 100 years from now is going to be completely different than what is out on the course or the court on the field today.
That field of dreams is constantly growing, isn't it?
No doubt. Andrée, it's been a pleasure once again. I'm so happy you're with us for another edition of Mindset Monday and the 8 keys you need to structure a success mindset. If our listeners would like to learn more about you and your work, where's the best places for them to go?
Sure, Howard. Folks, I'd love to have you visit my website. It is andreegolf.com. That's Andrée with 2 E's. I can also be found on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, along with Instagram.
Fantastic. And we will most definitely provide the backlinks to the website, andreegolf.com, as well as to your social sites. And really, once again, we're really happy to announce that Mindset Monday with Andrée Martin is now a playlist that is available to our listeners out on Spotify. Now, Spotify is one of our podcasting platforms, but you can go out to Spotify and do a search on Success Insight Podcast, and you will see our Mindset Monday playlist with Andrée Martin. And right now there's 33 episodes as of recording this episode with Andrée. And by the time it's all said and done, we're going to be hovering towards 40 by the end of or the beginning of the summer. So do go out there as well and get the entire library of the Mindset Monday episodes. And so we're very excited to have you, Andrée, as our partner on Mindset Monday. And again, today's episode is just another example of the quality we're bringing to the podcasting world, into the world of golf, into the world of business. So thank you so much.
Pleasure, Howard. Absolute pleasure, and excited about the Spotify. That's so exciting.
Fantastic. Yeah. So folks, you can also visit us on our main website, successinsightpodcast.com. We also have our pages on Facebook and LinkedIn, Success Insight Podcast, and as well, again, the podcasting platforms, of course, Spotify with our new playlist, as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and you can also find us on YouTube. So do let us know on any of those platforms what you think. Share these episodes with your friends, and really, continue to come back and hear some great episodes that we are going to have in our Mindset Monday series with Andrée. All right, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day, and we will see you again on the next episode of the Success Insight Podcast. Take care now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.